Hello and welcome to today's Here's to Your Health podcast. I'm Don Linsman, your host, and we thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk with Erin Muck, who is the CEO of CCMH. And Erin, thank you for joining me today.
I love it.
And what we're talking about is Hospital Week, because that's coming up soon, and we have great things going on here at CCMH. So let's start by talking about physician recruitment and some of the things that we have going on there.
Oh, awesome. So we'll have an announcement hopefully pretty soon, probably by the end of this month, beginning of June. We're pretty excited. We'll have an orthopedist starting July 1st. So we're excited to be able to offer that service locally again. So our patients do not have to travel out of town to receive orthopedic care. So we're really excited about that. We continue to look for another general surgeon. So a lot of interviews happening. One thing I'll just add a shout out to our community. They've been really helpful in recruitment efforts. And so I really appreciate them stepping up and really caring about what happens out here in our community with our hospital and the support. It was excellent.
If in fact you hear a little bit of wind rushing today, it's because we're sitting outside. It's a beautiful day, and we're in the healing garden here at CCMH, and we're having our conversation. So don't mind the wind sounds. So the second thing I think I want to talk about today is our new electronic medical record, because I think it's going to lead to a better patient portal, and that will hopefully improve the patient experience here.
Right, yeah, so we have been gearing up for a go live of our new electronic medical record. If many people know that we actually have two medical records right now, one in the clinic and one in the hospital side. And it doesn't really speak to each other very well. We knew that we needed to look for one solution. Our patient portal is not what we would want to offer our community, and so that is an important way to manage your health and really be able to look at your information in real time. And so we're excited to be able to implement this new medical record. This will actually really increase patient safety and the quality of care that we're giving patients. It'll really help improve processes and save time for our staff and our providers. And so this is a big initiative, and we're really excited to do it. It'll be a little bumpy, obviously, whenever you go live with a new electronic medical record. We're slower and those kind of things, and so we're just going to have to ask our community and to be a little patient with us when that happens. Don will make sure that we get some information out closer to the time of go live, but yeah, we're super duper excited. We've been trying to work on this for about 4 years. So.
Yeah, I think part of it that excites me is the fact that we'll be able to have an app that people can download on their phones. Not only will they be able to direct message their medical provider, but they'll also, as you noted, be able to see the notes from their visits and lab results and those kinds of things, but they'll also be able to make their own appointments through the app into our system, and they can bypass some of the other mechanisms we have in place in order to be able to get that done. This is Here to Your Health podcast. I'm Don Linsman, your host. My guest is Erin Muck. We're talking about Hospital Week. And speaking of Here's to Your Health, we're going to also embark, I hope, on a building expansion and construction project this fall.
Yeah, so we have been looking at this for about 2 to 3 years, really looking at master facility planning and what we need to do to grow into the future, and kind of looking at where we're at right now. And really what rose to the top was our rural health clinic. We've outgrown our space, and as we add more providers and services, we needed more space for that. And then more efficiencies also for patients and staff. And then our rehab services department has outgrown their space. We have some very talented providers and obviously very popular, and so they've outgrown their space in the gym space. We definitely do a lot of rehab that require that gym space, so we are going to hopefully expand that and then offer more pediatric services for our rehab department, so a pediatric gym and pediatric space for us to be able to offer more pediatrics here. So that'll be exciting. And then also to centralize all of our registration, so it's not kind of piecemealed throughout the organization, and offer more privacy with registration. So we're really really excited to hopefully move forward with that project that will start in August. So we've kind of got a busy summer ahead of us with a June go live of our EMR and a new orthopedist starting in July, and then a possible building project starting, breaking ground on August 8th. So more information will come, about that as we move forward. Obviously the board will make the final determination in June if we're going to move forward with that, but we're really excited for the future.
And I think one thing for people to keep in mind is that a building project like that is going to take some time, and it's not going to happen overnight, folks.
Oh, gosh.
So there's going to be a lot of moving around, and we'll have a lot of information out there for people. I think the big thing that we're going to preach, though, is patience, because people, not just we'd like the patients to continue to come see us, but people need to have patience when you go through a construction project like this, because it'll affect parking, it affects where people are going to be officed, it affects how you receive services. There are a lot of moving parts to that, and we just want to make sure that people understand that we're here and we're going to take care of you to the absolute best of our ability, but you're probably going to have to help us out a little bit.
Yeah, I think one of our main focuses is that we have to remain open in serving our community in the same standard that we do right now during the building project, and I think we have done a nice job with our planning. We're still continuing to plan, but we'll definitely be set up. It will not be as comfortable as we'd like it to be, but I think it'll work out great. And in the end product, I think that our patients will really love and appreciate the work that we're going to be doing.
My guest on the podcast today is Erin Muck. Erin is the Chief Executive Officer and President at CCMH, and we've got all kinds of fun going on today. We've got lawnmowers and wind and everything else, but we're outside in the Healing Garden, and we're having a great time today. Say, before we end up today, Erin, let's just talk a little bit about Hospital Week in and of itself and what that means to our staff, because it's an opportunity for us to celebrate what's going on within our hospital and all of our employees.
Yeah, Hospital Week's a big deal. I guess I'm just going to give you some statistics. So there's over 6,000 hospitals in the United States, and about 1,300 of them are critical access hospitals. And in Iowa, we have over 117 hospitals, and 83 of them are critical access hospitals. And I don't know if everybody knows, we have over 260 employees out here, and they are what make us have the ability to serve our community and to give the best care possible. And so we need to take that time to recognize their efforts and everything that they do to make us successful and to really heal our community. So we spend a lot of time planning what can we do to make it fun, and also to just show appreciation to the work that they do, and hopefully our community can help us celebrate them as well.
Yeah, recognizing staff, I think, is really important. You think about the history of Crawford County Memorial Hospital, 73 years this year. And in fact, the anniversary date on that is coming up here shortly. 73 years as a hospital system, and very different than when we started as to what we are today, and continuing to look to build on that legacy as we move forward.
Yeah, 73 years, a lot has happened, a lot has changed.
A lot of water under the bridge, as they would say.
Yeah, and for the good, which is exciting.
Yeah.
So,
anything else you'd like to share before we end up today, Erin?
No, I think we're blessed with amazing staff and amazing patients that continue to allow us to treat them and serve them, and we're very appreciative. And it's very evident that of the care and service that we're giving, and our initiatives are really working. Our Press Ganey scores are. Our HCAP scores look amazing right now. We're in the 90th percentile when ranked against other hospitals, and that just shows the care that people are giving and the service that they're providing is really recognized by our community. So we really thank them and thank our community for letting us take care of them.
Well, thank you for joining me today, Erin.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was great.
My guest on the Here's to Your Health podcast today has been Erin Muck. Erin is the President and Chief Executive Officer here at CCMH. We're talking about Hospital Week, which is coming up here shortly in May. I'm Don Lintzman, your host on the Here's to Your Health podcast. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.